Well, hello. So this is a 1,200 mile review of the KLR 650S. That's the short version if you didn't know that. So just for disclosure, I don't normally do review videos, and I'm only doing this because I'm giving YouTube a shot with it. So why not? What can I add that's new that we haven't already heard 100 times with the KLR? First off, what's the KLR to you? I mean, to me, it's a Swiss Army knife bike. This is a bike that's going to get you anywhere you want to go. It's not going to be fast when it gets there, but you're going to get there, and your smile isn't from riding the bike. Your smile's from the places that you go with it. So that's the whole point of the KLR vibe. It's you take the bike where you want your adventures to be. The bike itself is just the tool to get there. Is this bike for you? I mean, this bike is a bike that, you know, hold on. That's a big rock. Whoa, that was close. Oh, just riding through my local lava fields. No big deal. I think photos are better when you record yourself taking photos, right? After you. So let's get some of the usual questions out of the way. You know, I'm assuming that you're shopping for a KLR is why you're looking at this. Does the KLR handle the highway? Yeah, it can handle the highway. If you live in one of these states like Utah, Idaho, where the speed limits are 80 miles an hour, this might not be the bike for you. Can it do those speeds? Yeah, but you're not going to be very comfortable doing it. There's a lot of wind noise, and it goes right over that windscreen, which you can raise, but it just hits you in the face, and it's exhausting. But you can maybe make that work for you if you modify the bike. Where I'm at, the speed limit's roughly 65. I usually avoid the interstate, but once again, it handles those speeds just fine. So 65 and under, I'm really comfortable in the KLR with. The bike is built for trails. That's really what it's for. This is a large, oversized, old school dirt bike with a huge fuel tank. That is what the KLR is. It's got, 6-gallon tank. The S is a little bit less ground clearance, but that's what this bike is. This is an original adventure bike, and that's what it's for. It's a bike that you can go anywhere. It's not as capable as a dirt bike because it's so heavy. This is with accessories, a 500-pound bike, and so you're up there in the the big adventure bike categories with that kind of weight. So it is a heavy bike, and that generally limits your desire to go more off-road because frankly, you don't want to deal with having to pick it up. It's kind of scary when it goes down sometimes, although you get used to it. But yeah, it's not a bike you want to be doing hard enduro stuff with. So I didn't buy this bike to do single track, and I wouldn't recommend it for single track, but that might be your thing. It's really good for fire roads and those 48-inch wide or 48-inch wide ATV trails. That's what this is good for. So things I would change about the KLR. Many of them I've already done. Absolutely must do if you're going to go anywhere off-road, crash bars. So I'm just going to plug this because I've used the Tusk crash bars and the pannier racks on the rear. Absolutely recommend them. I've probably dropped the bike 4 times now. Don't have a scratch on it from dropping it. Other must change if you're going to go off-road yet again, the hand guards. You'll hear it over and over again, but the stock hand guards are gone. I recommend Bark Busters. I don't have any experience with the other ones. I did hear from some people on the forums, I believe, that they had used the Acerbuses or some other brands and they had to trim their shifting and brake levers. So anyways, with the Bark Busters, I can guarantee you I've had to do none of that. They were just simply bolt on and they work great. Other than that, I'm kind of a stock bike guy. I don't think I need to change everything. I don't believe in more power, more exhaust. It just costs more money and makes things louder. Why bother with more problems? So leave it stock and then it's easy to fix. That's kind of my motto. Things I would like to change though. gearing, and you'll hear this throughout the KLR discussions, is I wish I had a 6th gear. That would be great. I find myself when I hit the highway always looking for 6th. It's not there. And vice versa, when I'm on a trail, I would love a lower gear. First gear's, you know, it tops out about 15 miles an hour in first gear, and I would love it if first gear was more about 10 miles an hour and under. That would be my preference. And so a lot of guys will say front gear sprockets, change them out. You might get, if you want to go more trail oriented, you're going to want to go 14T on the front sprocket. If you want to be more highway oriented, say you are living in Utah, Idaho, wherever it's 80 miles an hour on the freeway, you might want to go 16T on the front sprocket, and that will get you better set up for higher highway speeds. And so it's kind of a preference, because it's like any kind of Swiss Army knife vehicle setup. You know, it can do everything, but it's not great at anything. That's kind of my style. And so this bike, in my preference on the rockier trails that I drive on, I would like it if I could go down to a 14. So I'm probably going to try the 14T is what I'm saying later on. I think that will get me where I want to go. So like I said, is the KLR for you? I mean, it works great for me. I've been nothing but impressed with it and have a lot of fun. One other thing to point out, I have been asked more than once this, but what's different with the S is that they've lowered it, of course. They made it lower, and they lowered it using the linkage here. So you'll look at stock regular KLR 650s, and the S's, this linkage here is dropped a bit lower. And so, is that a problem? It could be if you're on a rough enough trail. I have hit it recently. I was on the Brightonbus Lake ride, and I thought I'd hit my skid plate, but no, it was actually that linkage there. And so, like I said, the same thing with the stock oil pan bolt there. It drops down. You know, a lot of guys right here are afraid of that thing, because if you hit that in the trail, you're not gonna be driving your bike on. Let's just put it that way, unless you got a lot of bubble gum and a couple extra quarts of oil. But that linkage sits lower, and so do you need more ground clearance? Probably not. This goes back to that enduro discussion. So once again, I'm not riding my bike like an enduro rider. It's an ADV bike to me, and so if I'm on a trail where I need to be going over logs and giant boulders, I probably brought the wrong bike, and I'm probably going to turn around. I've got other toys that I can take to those kinds of places, and so for me, I don't need the extra ground clearance. And that's just how I ride it. So once again, is the KLR for you? You decide. But bang for the buck, you know, it's hard to buy a $6,000 bike that will go anywhere, that you can buy parts for, and you can literally ride it around the world. I mean, I would love to do that. Kind of married with children, so that's kind of hard, but you know, this is a bike that can go anywhere, and you can buy parts for it just about anywhere. So for me, the KLR gets 5 stars.